explosion.
Nikes, did you see that? That was just an explosion from, well, you know where. That's hot.
Two in the pink, one in the pink. Feels much better than what you might think. The shocker feels good to me. Shake your hand as fast as you can.
All right.
Oh my God.
That's gotta hurt.
There we go. John, I hope you can hear me. Brown chicken, how you doing? We got audio. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Oh, that's awesome. I'm a little slow reading here. Yeah, so I guess you can see both cameras I got on the stage here on Streamyard. I took my iPhone out to the garage. I had a few things I wanted to do. I thought, man, I'm going to check this out, see if I can use the two-camera method and go out to my garage, ding around. Somebody wants to holler and say hi. Cool. One of you wants to jump on here, you can as well. So just trying stuff. So yeah, because like once I go out to the garage, I can pop that out and you're still able to hear me. So that's really cool. I think you should be able to, right? So when I remove myself from on the screen, you're still hearing me because I have my Bluetooth, which is actually connected to my iPhone as my own guest. So we can have a camera out there. That's the whole thing. So that was a yay. I think I see a yes. Hopefully it's for what I just asked. We got Tony. How you doing, Tony? Let's see. We got brown chicken. Yep, Tony and the retired rider. Very cool. I'm just going to wait around a little bit, see if anybody shows up, say hi to them. Then I'm going to just skip out to the garage and do my thing, and I can monitor the phone. We'll see how that works out there. Might be some new challenges when I'm out there trying to answer something, or I don't know, maybe a bust, but we'll find out. Marcus, how are you? What else we got? This is pretty good. Got my bike running yesterday, Tony said. And yeah, I remember you were going to go out and wash it up. Is it still scorching in Las Vegas? Yes, Las Vegas. Good afternoon. Comfortable. I'll make you uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know your name, so I call you Comfortable for now. Kind of easy. Sometimes peeps don't want their names out there anyway. I try to be respectful of that. Once in a while I slip up, so. What do we got here? Yeah, it's so hot. I watched about 10, watched, probably meant washed, about 10 minutes out there at a time. Mm-hmm. Robin, right on. Right on. That's cool. I try to remember Robin. It'll take a few times, as you know. Yeah, 10 minutes. That's hot. High humidity or dry out there. I'd figured it'd be dry. It's kind of desert, but either way, hot's hot. Yes, Adventures of Key Fob. That's the whole thing. I mean, it's got it in the description. I know we all don't read the daggone descriptions. We just get right to business, watching a video or whatever. But I got my iPhone out in the garage and my Bluetooth on, which is connected to the camera out there in the garage. So I'm going to leave this here in just a few minutes and take myself away from the stage. And we'll go out to the garage, and I got a light that's not working. It blinks sometimes it don't. So apparently my bulb ain't out. Yeah, Salty Badger, how are you doing? I watch you in your garage all the time. Let's see. Yeah, you all got wrenches, so you can connect up to each other too. If you don't have Salty Badger on your subscribe list, I'm sure you'll like what he does. He rides bike and does stuff out in his garage, does lives in his garage. You know, you can learn things. He'll talk to you, all kinds of stuff. So, Robin, what you got there? 27 Celsius, which is 80 Fahrenheit. So you must be way up north there too, like Canada possibly. Here. Yep, Salty says, always nice to get some garage time. Yeah, that's the whole thing. We're going to go, like I said, with the Bluetooth and hopefully hear the same level. I've always had trouble going live on my iPhone in the garage because as soon as you walk away, Salty probably knows this. I don't remember if you got a fancy setup out there or not. I don't, just a lot of times you're silent. But wherever I go, you should hear me at the same level. I don't have to be close to my iPhone. And when you use the Streamyard app, it hasn't been friendly to the Bluetooth hookups. I don't know if they changed something recently or just however I hooked it up this time seems to be working. So we'll find out more when I go out into the garage. When you actually see me on the other camera out by the R1, somebody say that, hey, yeah, I still hear you. So I ain't out there wondering the whole time. What do we got here? I got a show. This day off, had to check in first. Is that a, yeah, go shower your day, man. Come back, we'll catch you later. All right, what is it, about 5-6 minutes after the show started here? So I'm just going to mosey on out to the, oh yeah, man. And you know, Salty Badger, I give shout outs whenever. And if there's nobody, Landon, how you doing? If you want to connect up to Landon, he's from Idaho, awesome mechanic as well, and does all kinds of stuff on his channel, pretty big channel too. But you just, you know, touch on the message or the 3 little dots and it'll say go to the channel. You can go there and sub up if you think you'll be interested or at least stay connected and, you know, support each other. And that is Landon from Idaho right there. I got him popped up, highlighted. I highlighted you, Landon. Landon, meet the salty badger. There's probably a few names you may have seen. Anyway, we're going to go out to the garage and see what happens here. I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to take myself off the stage. The top one, the bottom one you'll see, that'll be out in the garage. I'm talking to you like you're all third graders or something, and I know that's not the case. It's more for my own peace of mind, knowing I'm doing this stuff right. Thanks, man. Thanks, Landon. Sorry, you bro. You're awesome. Maybe you were saying that to somebody else in the chats, but the ego said, "Oh, he's talking to me." Okay, we're gonna go out to the garage. We're gonna remove that. You still should be able to hear me. Let's go see what happens. It's got a short walk to the garage from my den inside here, probably about 30 feet, if that. I'm gonna stop at the fridge. Grab a seltzer water, because they're terrible, but they don't have no sugar. And fat boy don't need no sugar. Okay. Let's see here. We're going to hit the chat. Chat with everyone in the studio. Okay, but I can't see no chat. That kind of sucks. I'm just going to say hi, see where it takes me from there. Yeah, learning curve. Send. Okay, I guess it did send. Full screen. We want to see comments. There we go. See, I was all on the chat thing and not the comments. So I'd like to get those bright lights out of the way. Those are always kind of annoying sometimes. I'm going to bring you up a little higher. Damn Yankees, can I take you higher? If you don't know who the damn Yankees are, I'm sorry. A bunch of Yankees. As myself. Sugar's bad stuff, but it tastes good. You damn right, John. You know, what was that John Travolta movie where he said something about where he was an angel? So eat as much sugar as you can. Something like that. You in the shop too, Salty? Right on. So, you hear me just, yeah, I know the Bluetooth's working, but I'm less paranoid, you know? I'm going to walk over here and level no matter where I'm going. Working on the R1, I'm going to be turning the power. Check the signals on the road. The signal. So hopefully I don't wear down while I'm doing this electrical. More time. We can hear good, right? Landon or retired biker, hear me plenty good. I won't ask no more as long as they know we're good. Might be a big delay, so I'll be patient, wait for an answer. All right, I'm going to turn this beast on. Look at that, blinking away right away. And that's the one that wasn't working, but I did the Fonzie thing like he did on the jukebox, and I popped it a little bit hard, and it's been working ever since. So, but we don't want to be going down the road, right? Riding, blinker not working. I'll crouch down looking cool, and then have to go boom to get our blinker to work. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know. Let's try the other one. In all actualities, these are supposed to be running lights. And these are supposed to be the blinkers down here. But when I bought this thing, there was things wrong with it. And I bought these new lights. And somehow they're the running lights now, apparently. Let's see, this one's blinking. That one's blinking. And there's no hazards on these. You just cancel them and that's it. You'd think if you held them, you'd have a hazard. But you don't get no hazard lights on here. They're probably thinking you're not going to have time to need a hazard on these things. Who knows? All right. Left again. See if that's really weird because, you know, that made it come on the other day when I first put this up here. I didn't have nothing. It wasn't blinking. While riding out on the road, it would blink off and on. Just subscribe. Didn't know about it. Huh. Sick, I see you there. Except when you walk behind the motorcycle, then you break up. That's weird. Because my receiver for this is right. It just might be the Wi-Fi that happened to break up at the time. Because my Wi-Fi and stuff, it's straight. It's a straight line. It's going through only one door that I'm out in the garage. Yeah. Landon, Mike. The motorcycles are hazardous enough. I mean, I got lots of stuff that I really need to do to this bike, and I just have not been motivated lately. I've been sitting inside making YouTube videos, doing some lives, and being just lazy, complacent. But oh yeah, I can't turn that. That's kind of the bummer about the. But I could let this off. Let me put it in gear. Now that ain't gonna matter anyway because I got it up on the jack here. One of these. I don't know if you can see me. Does that show the back end? Yeah. One of those wheeled up jacks that you can push your rear end of your bike up so you can spin your tire and work on your bike. So I could probably let this loose in the front end so I can turn this out of the way. Let's see what kind of stuff happens. Open that up real wide. Still got lots of stability from that. Yeah, I can do that. I can turn it. Just got to open it up wider. But that tire rubbing and moving sounds great on the mic. Yeah, that moved it a little bit. Let's see. I'll move you around a little bit, show you some stuff. Feel like Steve Tyler with the mic stand here. A little bit long. It's going to be jerky. Hang on. Yeah. Well, this is apparently where the signal and light is, and I would think it would be designed that you could get in here to change some of this stuff without taking this whole front end off, which I've done before when I replaced all the plastics on it. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can get in there. I'm going to keep you set up over here for a while, and you can watch me fumble through this. Should have had a better tripod, but I'm using the selfie stick, which is pretty nice. Hey, Tony, I see you there. You got links out there. Man, somebody's doing a job. Posting links, and just going to read a couple comments while I'm here quick. Landon, sick, retired. Yeah. Practice lazy too much, retired biker. Larice, yes, that was a new late sub of mine. I can't see your whole name, so I can't pronounce it very well, so excuse me. But looks like Louric and something else. But welcome, welcome coming to the channel. Thank you for the compliment on the color. I've only had this a couple years, and when I bought it, it was basically a basket case. It had busted up fairings. It had been in an accident, and I bought a whole new fairing kit off of eBay. I don't know, all white, about $120. You know, the good stuff. But anyway, my son-in-law, he does painting at a professional shop. So he hooked me up. I had to do all the sanding and the DA and getting all the little seams and rounding stuff off. So it was cool. I got to get involved with that. And the original color was orange when I got it. But before that, I think it was blue. It was an R1 color. This is more of like was it Mark Marquez rides a, I forget, I don't even remember the brand what he rides. Anyway, he's a professional racer along with Valentino Rossi back in the day, a little bit older. All right, let's see if I can get in here. I'm just talking away, telling story. But yeah, maybe check out Larice, whatever it is, and welcome her. Maybe sub up or something. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to do. I ain't telling you. Somebody who's friendly enough to come by and say hi should be a good person to sub, possibly. Okay, look at that. That pops off. There's a little rubber ring that goes all the way around it, but first I got to unhook the actual plug in, and I'm sure there's something to squeeze or move in there, and I can't quite see what I need to do. Let me see if I can find my handy dandy flashlight out here. I'm sure that'll be a treasure hunt because, as you can tell, I don't have much organization out here. Let's see. Yeah, another form of light is going to be fun to get. Yes, you just have to be patient. I might have to check in the house here. You should be able to hear me. then I have to run the landline, not the landline, but the internet line out here because I hook up directly. I hook up directly so you keep a constant good connection. All that dinging and banging is going to be loud. Okay, that's for the fan. I don't need the fan. Let's see if this will hook up and work. Well, what is this one? Okay. There we are. Okay. I wish I knew how to properly unplug this. It's not like super obvious for me anyway. Oh, what needs to either get, pinched a little bit or undone so you can unplug a simple socket. No sound? Oh, I went way inside and my receiver was in here. Hopefully we got sound now. Hey Bill, how you doing? Tony, Chicken, anybody? We got sound out here again. Did I get reconnected? The receiver's picking it up, but all right. See you, retired biker. Go enjoy your evening. Sound now? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Bluetooth's pretty good, and it was working while I was at the computer, but when I started moving around, and apparently, yeah, thank you, Sick. Bending underneath the tables and getting behind stuff, it lost connection, but it does really good if you don't have stuff in your way. All right, we're going to try some different things. You'll probably notice I don't know that much of what I'm doing. I can problem solve a little bit. Not always without breaking things, but looks like this. That little cap has to come off first. How exactly, I don't know. What's behind that door? Ooh, there, that popped off. Okay. And there's 2 contact points in there. Interesting. That probably is just a cover only for the it's hard to see. Two little contacts where this wire goes to for the plug itself. So I don't think that has nothing to do with unplugging the plug so I can check the bulb and the connection. Oh, what was that? We don't want that. We could star a comment. We can do all kinds of stuff. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. I'm going to pull this rubber piece off again and see if I can see how that is in there. I just want to check all the connections. There. Yeah, it just come right off. There was no little special nothing. All right, that's the rubber gasket that hangs out over the blinker assembly there. Hey, Jim. And really all I'm going to do is make sure nothing is loose. The whole assembly, you can hear it clicks and bumps around in there. I don't like that. I wonder what all came loose. Let's see, does that come off? That turned. I don't know what that does. Oh, there. That gives me access too. That's pretty nice design. It gives me access to some other assembly in the headlight. The headlight itself, it looks like, so you can change lamps without completely dismounting your deal there. That's too bad this doesn't zoom in a little better without having to have the camera right in your way. But a lot of things are too bad. Well, it's not the end of the world, but I'd like to see that. And if I get new fairings, I'll get into that. See if I can check it and make sure it stays, because I'm sure going down the road, it's doing a lot of that, and that can't be excellent for your bulbs and assemblies in there. So I'm just going to throw the almighty lubricant for everything. It's not really lubricant, it's more of a cleaner. But I'll wipe these connections down, make sure they're solid. I wish I could take the piece out. I probably can, and see if the bulb itself in the socket, the bulb is not like loose or just slightly off or a little corroded possibly. 16, Jim says his son has his 16 Triumph Rocket 3. Wow, Rocket 3 there. That's an awesome ride there, man. I'd love one of those. He has a fuel line leak. Get out there and try and help him. Yeah, at some point maybe you can. Yeah, I had fuel leak on the R1 too. I couldn't figure out what in the heck, and I had to go actually underneath the tank because the whole filter, or not filter, but the pump comes in from the bottom. So you got to take some bolts out on the bottom of the tank, and there's the big O-ring that holds the whole fuel pump in there. And it was dry and been around probably since 2004. So it got a new one. No more leak. See, a little crap like that I can do usually without too much problems. But there's no way I'm doing like I saw a Sterling wheel. He had a members only video. He was working on, I'm not going to say the motorcycle in case he's keeping that a secret. I don't know, but it has dual carbs, and he had all that taken off the top of the jugs because it kind of laid sideways. Stuff like that. There's no way I'm doing any of that. I did replace a clutch in here, but not without a little bit of help from a friend on the phone who's an actual mechanic of motorcycles. He does motorcycle repair for a living, and I'd love to give him some props here. But when you get personal help, you don't try to let everybody, especially like if it was in the area, probably YouTube wouldn't be a problem, but you let them know something like that, and then they call that person and go, well, you helped so and so, why don't you help me? And that's kind of like free stuff he gave me. Really cool guy. He's known me 25 years, so he just gave me a little help. He knows I get excited to try to do things myself and learn some stuff, and I give them plenty of plenty of business anyway, that's for sure. But okay, that looks like that's fine. Other than checking the bulb, I see a spot here. It has a little, yeah, I think, okay, let's try that. Now that's interesting. Remember how it goes in. Look at that. I got the bulb out. I just wipe down all these and I'm going to see without touching the lens. I don't know that if that's one of those kinds. Some lenses you're not supposed to touch, get oils on them or whatever. Got to get your you have to get your what? Turn signal installed. Not a fan of wiring jobs? Nah. I don't, or that's recycled hooligan. I'm sorry. Sick, you're right above that. That's why I get you two mixed up. All I had to do is look at the logo. If you want to experiment and pop on for a minute while I'm doing this and see if I can hear you. I don't know if I can. No, because I got the lightning cord plugged. I'd have to have headphones on if I was to hear you. So don't worry about that. So we're going to see. I don't even know if this is supposed to come out, and if it does, how, or if I'll make things worse. That's a weird, like if it comes out here and you just replace that, or if it's this whole outer ring and you get a new one, if that's how it's replaced, possibly. There's a little light pressure, and I think it's all one deal for replacement. Possibly this will come out of here, but I don't want to jack it up. It's snug in there, so I don't think I'm going to mess with it at all. Don't use dielectric grease on LEDs. Affects how they work. Yeah, I haven't done nothing on there. I just cleaned this stuff off on the outer side, you know, with some WD or whatever, but I ain't touching any of this. So, and I think it's fine. Just something was loose and causing it not to, my left turn signal not to work all the time. Like I was going down the road, it would work, and I'd shut it off and on a few times and it wouldn't work. And so I don't even know if it's in this area. It could be up here in like yours, hooligan, in the switch itself, you know. I sprayed that down good too, so the little contacts or whatever, if they were, you know, had a little corrosion from being in the rain or washed or whatever. It's all one unit. Oil on your fingers will make them go out. Well, good. I didn't touch it. Not yet. We're just going to put that thing right back in there. Thank you, Salty. I was pretty sure of that. I remember replacing LEDs in my Endeavor and reading the warning, so I just assumed that that's with all bulbs, except for the old style. The old style ones. Okay. You know, like, let's see if I have one handy. Like the standard ones that I use in my fishing boat, which I switched over to LEDs too, not my fishing boat, but the trailer. Yeah, I don't think I have one handy. Yeah, I do have one. Like these. I think if you touch those lenses by accident, it's probably not a big deal. Is that correct? But I definitely know them LEDs or halogens is a no-no. Licked it like. Thanks, man. Hey, wanna wear? Yeah, I know. I had to go with. I was gonna wear the striped railroad ones that my grandpa, and that's why I bought them. It's just kind of in memory of him. I was at a Fleet Farm, which is used to be really retailed for farmers and all up north, and I wanted to get some like he had and just wear them around when I do my yard work, or I think I wore them to work a few times too. See where my mental thinking was on that, and able to do it without having too much what they call that self-vanity or whatever, because I don't know. It was always great on my grandpa, but on me, I'm like, I don't know. But I don't care as the older you get. I just don't care as much no more. Those don't matter if you touch or use dialect. Okay, yeah, thank you, Recycle. That's what I thought. I try to take the precaution anyway, just to be careful and just not touch any bulbs if I don't have to. But I have a Joan Jett, a Joan Jett song going through my head about touch. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know the song. Little things trigger either music or a saying, TV quote, movie quote, whatever, and I just got to use it. Once in a while you see a few, if you catch any of the videos, I do screenshots. More than that, I do screen recordings from other videos out there on the, whether they're on YouTube or on Google somewhere, and you run a piece that you want of it, you record it, save it to your computer on a screen share on this Streamyard, and then you can cut it and splice it right into your old motovlog YouTube video and be fancy. There's a million people that do it. Nothing too special. But I want to try it. I want to know how the process works, and I want to be able to do that kind of stuff if I can. A little thing like I used on that last video was the last one or the second. This is probably the second one that I was supposed to be. Well, I mixed them all up. But where Chong was hitting the big old pot pipe after he crushed a roach and coughing his head off, and I don't know what I said. About somebody driving high out on the road, making a reference, and that's what triggered my head was Cheech and Chong, and I was talking about myself. Some people probably can drive high and stuff. I can't. When I was a kid, man, a teenager, whatever, it affected me just too much, and that made me too paranoid too. So I had to quit all drugs and alcohol at some point in my life. So I ain't had any of that since what, 90, 98, 89, yeah, 98. So it's been a few years. All right, let's see if any of this even works or turns on again. Julie, you must be in the house. Because no patience for editing. Yeah, Salty. I know a lot of people. Well, a lot of people do a lot of stuff and don't have time to sit on computers and do stuff, but still want to be a part of the motovlog world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I should fill up my time with more stuff than this. But I love the creativity part of being challenged and to do other things and that's why I was like, we talk a lot about doing these lives and getting watch hours and getting those subs or doing, that's really all it is. It's just an inner competition. I don't need none of it. And none of it's going to serve me no good in the long run about YouTube. And if I happen to have been really chatty, like our Simple Guy, we watch, not Simple Guy, but how you want to call it, like Shade Tree Surgeon's channel. That's a fairly decent sized channel, and he's comical, and he's got a lot of connections, and he's witty, and he can get stuff out, and yet he's real and on a level, you know. So he's pretty good and fun to watch, and a lot of his purpose goes with the Forgotten Angels, you know. So that's kind of a neat little responsibility to keep your channel growing and get big and monetize for maybe that purpose, to help push something out of that's not just of yourself, but for a greater good. I don't have that going on in my channel, so it's really not that important. But I do promote when I can. We have a little Forgotten Angels symbol? Yeah, we do, up there in the corner somewhere. See it? There it is. 2-4. Drinking a little cold beer. Yeah, did you watch I'll Watch Mac, old Mac, this morning? I missed it. I was laying lazy in bed. Oh, old Mac must be on here. I missed that. I don't get to see it. There he is. Labor Day. Yeah, man. I don't know about y'all, but I just think it's something else watching old Mac. And not like 84 is old or nothing, Mac. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of 84-year-olds don't have the ambition and the drive and the energy and the lingo that you use and the way you talk with, you know, somewhat younger 60 crowd. You know, you talk about everything, and you're right there. You're very relatable to just about any age group, put it that way. And to see you out on your bike and first thing, and the zeal and the living and the expressing things and sharing stuff about your life with everybody, that's awesome. That's a good channel to use. All right. I'm a yacker. Sorry. Let's see. The true test of this whole thing will be is when I get on it and ride it, and all the road jiggling and stuff, if this is gonna stay on. So let's turn it on. I'll bring you up front. Yeah, in case you came in late and didn't know, I'm using my iPhone in the garage, a Bluetooth hooked up to my iPhone, and I joined my own live on the PC inside the house there as a guest, and shut all the settings off. Well, not all, just the microphone stuff in the house, so that hopefully this would work cool as a remote camera. And I don't have to haul my PC out here, an internet connection that I have to plug in, and, you know, disrupt my whole busy life. All right, we're going to turn this on. This is the one. Nothing. That's what I was hoping. Well, I didn't hope for that, but see, that one's working. Now this one isn't. So that's really interesting, because it was working before I went in there to, you know, clean connections, wipe stuff down, and do whatever, to try to see if it would make it a more of a permanent fix. But I think I did the opposite. Not quite sure what I did. Last time I just did that when I got home, popped on, and started working. But you can see this whole thing is loose in there. It probably does that all day long. Let's see. I'm going to unplug it. The only thing I didn't mess with was the actual two wires. The two wires that slide into the plug itself and the whole assembly, to see if those connections had any corrosion. They looked fine. I don't know, but maybe I can take the assembly back out shut this off while we're doing that. Take the assembly back out. I'm slow. I gotta think. And I don't know if it needs to be plugged now. It shouldn't have to. It's not grounded to no outside connection. All the grounding's done through the wiring itself. I'm no electrical wizard, so you hear me talking stupid, you know it shouldn't be a surprise. Okay, that's what I took out originally. And we're not going to touch that bulb. I have a feeling it's, let's see if that bulb is, yeah, those wires look solid. There's nothing dangling or disconnected. That little coil wire is looking awesome. Make sure I put it in the right way. I think there's only one way to do it. It's gonna be like Clark Griswold over here when stuff doesn't turn on. Do you remember that Christmas Vacation? And he got so mad he went out and kicked over the whole reindeer assembly, and they said he broke his pinky, and it hurt so bad he got even madder and kicked stuff out. A little improv. Okay, that one's working. Yeah, this is not working at all. So, if I can't get it to work, it's going to get, what happens when I do that? Keep going, okay. The only thing that cancels it is not turning it left all the time, but actually pushing the button in. Just wanted to double check my, yeah, me moving the connections around and doing stuff, fiddling with the whole assembly while it's out of its socket. It's not making it like come on or off for a little bit, you know, like if you hit a broken wire or just something corroded, not getting a good connection. You hear that? Okay, that goes in that way. Yeah, oh, there we go. All right. Just gonna clip it back in. It's got an interesting clip system. Looks like a big, ouch, paper clip. That don't feel good on the finger. How did I get it so easy last time? I think because I could see what I was doing. All right. Came some Manford Man. Blinded by the light. Look out. Use the thumb. Yeah. Said use the thumb. Dummy. You know, left is not working at all. I'm no electrical wizard, so guess what? I'll ride it this way, but to the repair shop, and people know what they're doing. Mac must be leaving. Mac, you leaving? You had enough of this live? I don't blame you. Need a headlamp. You know, I got one, but I ain't smart enough to use it, hooligan. I got it sitting probably right in the house there. I forgot all about it. A guy gave it to me when I was doing work underneath the Endeavor last late fall, early winter to replace that subframe. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I got that real quick, just for fun. If I can find it real fast. And try some cool new things out. It's getting a little moist out here in the garage. Y'all use that word? People make fun of it when you say that. It's kind of funny, ain't it? Okay, let's just see. AKA Recycled Hooligan is giving me what he accuses himself of being a mountain man, whatever. You know, downplays his brilliance a little bit. But you're brilliant. You're always giving me great tips and helping me out what to do. A lot of people do. I thank you out there. Oh, I heard a little. Ooh, get out of there. Take. What do we got? This one in orange. You got this one in orange? What you got in orange there? Did Mr. B show up? B's and T's. Hope you all got to see his very first live. I was at his first live, signed up, notified, went in there, made a few comments. You know, when you wait for a live that hasn't started. I think it was 18 minutes after it was supposed to start, and I hadn't seen nobody yet. I knew he was having some trouble figuring out how to get it starting to broadcast. I thought maybe he'd have gave up on it, but he didn't. And I had to do the replay, which I went and made comments. Yeah, Mr. B. I see people are saying hi, Mr. B. Haven't had a signal for years. You mean on the motorcycle? Smart ass, I know. Your bike looks good. They're funny, yeah. So you ever made it here, Key Fob, you'd be more than welcome to take her for a spin or a day ride. And as you know, you got to be very careful. You know, I want to see a little bit of when I went to Van. I'm going to finish this up. Hang on. I got to unplug it. Put the rubber insert in there. You know, I want to just go buy a, that's light on again. I just want to go buy a new bulb and put in there and see if that works. So I got low battery. I forgot I need to plug my power source in. Let me go get my power source. Hang on one sec. Probably won't be on that long, but I really just wanted to try this mic. See how everything. All right. See? Orange cord. Tell me the man does not love his orange bike. I love my orange bike. Let's see. About to get power. Yeah, she's charging now. Charging now. Okay. Back to the mining job. That's what I feel like. Let's see, how is that one done? It's got two little holes. I think they face to the outside. I'm going to see what this side does. Probably not that important at all, but that looks like, yeah, I don't see the, oh well, I don't think it matters, as long as it's on there. But this light is a godsend. It's a hooligan scent today. We'll say it's God working through hooligan, huh? Hooligan don't like to take too much credit. Humble man. Okay. A little struggle there. Oh, okay. Let's turn that around. Put that in the slot. There, look at that. That's why those things are there. Well, that's a disappointment that it totally went from kind of working to not working at all. Well, I've done all I could do. Let's see. I'll put the left on. I don't have enough cord now. Take it to mobile. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take my word for it. Yeah. Left is not working back here. So if a bulb's out, it might make the series just, doesn't mean. But the right is working back here. And it's working over here. Feel like Steve Tyler with the mic, you know? Hey. That's what this thing looks like, is a mic stand. It's got the three little legs that go out. I think it's a Ulanzi selfie, what do you call that? Retractable or stick. Okay. Shut it off and on. Man, this turning it on and off is no joke. It can make you frustrated. Let's see if it, if I have it neutral. There we are. It's probably going to sound terrible. I'm going to turn the gain all the way down. We're going to do a little experiment. So if you have your stuff up loud at all on your phone or TV, I'm going to start this thing up. I'm going to take the noise canceling off of it, turn the gain all the way down to make sure it doesn't sound like a garbled bunch of mess, because that's the only downfall that I don't like about this Bluetooth. That's why I can't use it motovlogging. Now, y'all know, most of y'all know Sterling Wheel. He bought a brand that's probably like 3 times, 4 times the amount I paid for this, and he can do everything with it. And real good. Full, yeah, I hear you. That's what's going to happen. Let's see. Got to turn the gain down, so I got to look at my receiver. Come on. I want it turned down. Will it turn up? Doesn't seem to be working at all. Oh, I shut it off. I shut it off by accident. Of not knowing what I'm doing. No, I don't want to connect to the chat. All right, hold on. Nothing is working. Bear with me. Testing, testing, nothing. I don't think it paired. I'll be right back. Okay, I should be on. You should be able to, yeah, hear me now. I was out in the garage and started losing power. And when I plugged it in, it's like it got a three-way converter thing, one for power, one to plug my receiver in for this. There's another one if I want to hear headphones to hear somebody was, your video or whatever you're listening to. So I don't see this pairing up to my receiver. That's the first time it's ever happened. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to try the other. I got two of these. I'm going to try the other one. Yeah. You can use just your phone, Mr. B, or whoever was making the American Outlaw. Yeah. And that works fine, other than with Streamyard, the Bluetooth would not connect up when just using my phone and out in the garage. I would have to use the iPhone's microphone, and it sounded great when you were close, but when you were 5-10 foot away, as you know, that makes a big difference. This keeps everything even. So instead of hauling my whole computer out there, try to be a guest on my own show and shut this computer mic off and use the Bluetooth out, and because it works that way. Right. It did until now. These are cheap Bluetooth things, so I don't know. I'm gonna go out and try it again. If you don't hear nothing, I'll eventually come back in here and see what's up. Let's see what y'all are saying. No, yeah, no, I don't know. The batteries, the whole stuff was all charged up, recycled, hooligan. And I've only been out there a short time. They last pretty much the better part of the day. Easy. Oh, these trailer park boys. Shoo, it's good to see you, American Outlaw. You should have another video out today. If I understood right. I went and watched your first video. It sounded and went well. Double tap the screen. Feel uncomfortable? Okay, yeah. Robin, yeah, so you can connect up with each other's and go to each other's website. And if somebody doesn't have a wrench, let me know. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer's out here. Jennifer away because she waved at me. It'll work till it don't. That's right. Yeah, you was hearing me before, Mr. B, and things were working great till my iPhone said it was about to die, and it went into well, I just closed it. I didn't choose the low power mode or whatever because that changes a lot of stuff. So I just didn't do that. I just plugged it in time. So it's charging, but instead of me babbling about it, I'm gonna go out and try some stuff. So bear with me. You don't hear me? Know what's going on? All right, Drew. What do we call this? Debauchery. That's what's going on. Trying to get my Bluetooth to work. It's been working great out in the garage. I just been working on my R1 out there. And in the description, pretty much will tell you what I'm trying to accomplish as well. But like I said, like most of us, we don't read no descriptions. We ain't got time for that. I don't. Hardly ever do. This layer. What else we got? The headlight. I put it on my head. It helps. Checked the dates. Check the dates on the beer at work. Yeah. You work in the dark too? All right, Drew, hang on there. Hang in there, man. We're gonna go out and I'll fire this R1 up eventually. If I can get some audio out there and I'm gonna try this other transmitter. The other one's not. That's right. I forgot I gotta take myself off the stage. You're gonna mute this mic so you're not gonna hear me until I get this paired up out in. All right. It's supposed to automatically pair, so let's see what happened. Is this one on? This one ain't working either. Testy. Sounds like we are. Tell me we have some audio. Yep, long hits for all. That doesn't tell me we have audio 2.4. I'm just kidding. I know there's a delay. Are we good? Are we good? Do we have audio? I think we do. So I'm going to turn the gain down. Stop mumbling. got the gain all the way down. So, does anybody have any gray coupon? That's as clearly as I can talk. It's back. Okay, good. Thank you, Hooligan. I'll go. Now I got the gain turned all the way down to -10. I don't know if that affects the way you hear me or if I had it too close before, because I had it on 0 when somebody, I thought it may have said I sounded mumbling or something. That could have been the cause. I don't know, or because I had it down here or too close to my mouth when I was testing. But whatever. I got it on -10. Said it's off again. Is it off again? Really low sound. I turned the gain all the way down because I'm about to open the garage door and make a lot of noise. See, this is what I was worried about sounding bad. See, that always sounds terrible when I come out to record a video and I start any of my bikes. I try to use these wireless thingamajiggers in my helmet. There's no way to use it. They do not work well. I'm afraid to even read the comments after probably blowing some of your ears out. But I did warn you earlier, but may not have had good audio, and you may not have heard me. Okay. Brap, brap. There you go, old Mac. Brap, brap. When one's not enough, use two. Have a backup. Okay. We hear you, but the bike. We hear the bike, but not you. Yeah. There it is. It's back. It's so hard to figure out things because there's such a delay, 5-10 second delay, that by the time I get the new answer, I'm already doubting that you can't hear me. Yeah, I'm back. Recycled Hooligan says I'm back. Yeah, in stereo. Can you tell Mr. B from what you're listening with when I have it on just one receiver, you still have an option to be mono or stereo as well? I see you, Eric, texting me. It's hard for me to check it. I'm afraid of closing this out. I'm going to go inside. I think I'm done out here for now anyway. And with this mess and setup, I thank you for your patience and help, and helping me learn what works if I want to use this system ever again to be mobile or to go outside and walk around and talk or just be on my phone and forget about the Bluetooth. I just like to hopefully have better audio, but sound like I had more issues than good audio, so Might be something to be said about that. But I'm an experimenter. I like to do lots of different stuff. Make things work, see how it works, and have challenges you can figure out. All right, what do I want to do? I think we'll unplug for a minute till I get into the house. Come on. Taking you with me. Feels much better in here. See, back to the workstation. Whew. What kind of damage did I do? Hope I didn't bother nobody with the audio too much, and I still have the audio on these things, so we good? You hear me? Later fob, I guess fob's key fob left, yeah. Well, it's nice y'all stopped by. For real. I'm gonna shut these off. Let's see if they hear me. Do I hear myself? Yeah, they should be working. I should have both on. You should be able to see a split screen. Should be able to see two screens. Got one here, okay? We got the other one up here, which is me right here. Yeah, that's how I was getting this out in the garage. Trying these little different things here with two cams. So you should be able to see both of them. So that one seems to be best for now. I'm going to cut down to just one cam. I just wanted to make sure you were still hearing me. Yeah, thanks for checking out the likes, Tommy. I appreciate it. According to the YouTube, when you get that weekly update or whatever, it's pretty low. I don't care. I say that. I mean, I wish it was better, but I shouldn't care. Put it that way, because, like I say, it doesn't really matter. All right. Let's get rid of this other camera. Give me a few minutes. This is the whole setup I had. That's the receiver. That's the three different, I got power, headphones if I want to listen to playback, and my receiver. All right, we should be back to just this. Woo. Sorry about that. I didn't get rid of my other connection. So it started to do some looping weird noise. All right, let's see what my settings say. Audio. Got them both right here. There we go. I don't know, man. You all are a live experiment. Adventures of, let's say it sounds like Adventures of Key Fob. Key Fob's way better than this. Moto Man messing up. Pulls. What we got there? Yeah, I know you were saying that. Hooligan. Flip two. Flip two. Flip two. Flip's got some lives going on usually. If you get a chance, go in and say hi. Holler at him. All you can do is type in there, which is usually fine. Once in a while, he gets on there and talks to us. There we go. If anybody wants to join me for a little bit, see what it looks like having a join on this format where we got just, what do they call that? The shorts format. I think the link's in the old community page. Be seen, get on here with me, have a good time. I've always gotten nervous that people watch my stuff the next day. That's usually the least of my worries, that Tony, about, I mean, it does a little bit is like, well, live was terrifying at one time. It's not so bad now because I do it a lot, but the premieres sometimes, but I don't know. There's some people that pay attention to the video while we're at the premiere, but usually we're just talking, capturing, a little bit here and there. So maybe do a premiere, Tony, and people going to be talking with each other and make it, used to your videos. Tony's gone. Okay, is that what you're saying? It's all right. I'm used to talking to nobody a lot. Rolling T-Bone is here. Robin, I'm getting good at remembering your name. Red Robin. See, I got to remember it relates to the end of your post. I'm just going to catch up with some comments, see what's going on. Sick Bastard sharing a link. Rolling with T-Bone saying, hooligan. Well, I like to see everybody here at each other's lives, premieres, however, and that's the only way we really get to talk with each other is if we're doing a live or doing a premiere. I mean, that's how I get to know a lot of people somewhat on a more of a personal level. And I'd like to meet you all in person, like who have I met? You have to go through a list. I'm not going to do that. But number one, was Ray Gregory. That was like my main. There we go. We got recycled. Thank you, man. You're gonna recycled hooligan is going to join me for a while. Let me turn up my volume. See if I can hear you. Okay, I gotta shut this off. There we are. Hang on, I'm gonna get you on here. I got settings to deal with. Guest, you are muted. It says you are muted.
Now I'm
Now
now
you're on.
yeah, T-Bone's got one coming. Got a premiere tonight. I believe he's always got one out tonight. He's got one coming out about an
Yeah.
hour.
Well, T-Bone, I am not going to miss that one. What time is it on? Do you know?
He always it's 6:30 my time, so it'll be probably 7:30 your time.
7:30, yeah, because it's 6:30 right now. So T-Bone's going to have a premiere like right now.
No.
No, hour.
In an hour, yes.
Yeah, my time. Okay, good. I was going to say we have to bail, man.
Nah, we got a minute.
Good. MM Motorcycle, yeah. Do I have you? Yeah, I've wrenched you. Yeah. I see MM Motorcycle a whole lot more lately. So if you're in the chats and you see MM Motorcycle, go get up with him. Very supportive, always talks, always comments, and I see him around a lot. So part of the community. So Hooligan, you were off today. Finally, I know you work all weekend. I ask you all the time, and I know you like to reach out and do that.
No, I work today, man. I work all week.
Oh, no kidding. But definitely the weekends, like.
Oh, I work every single weekend.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna never let me have off on the weekend unless I request it, and then I have to basically jump through a bunch of hoops to get off on the weekend. I have to go through an interview process.
Yeah.
A 2-week notice.
You would think you were a doctor.
Man, I don't mind the work over there.
Yeah, I know you don't.
The people that I work for, and some of them that I work with, and now they're getting screwing around. They've got me working 7 days a week pretty much, but then they cut my hours back. And, you go in there, it's like pissing up a rope. Excuse my language, but, I mean, you go in there and try to tell them your concerns, and, they don't care. So ain't no sense wasting your breath on it. You get to a certain age in life that you just, what the story is. Ain't no sense in wasting your breath on it.
Yeah, I'm just answering sick back. I know he was giving me some text while I was out in the garage, but I was using this and I didn't want to swipe away and make more problems for myself. And
yeah, probably would have
canceled. It's just a lie, but people come and they show up and I don't try to be an inconvenience. And then the Bluetooth was giving me some problems. Like the first time I could tell the receiver wasn't even showing any levels from this. You have this, and then you have the receiver part that receives what comes from here. And it was like it was locked up. So I had to come in here, throw it on the charger. It unlocked it. I was connected up. And then I'm playing with the gains. And some people were saying you could hear the exhaust, but you couldn't hear me. And
yeah, we could hear the motorcycle running, but we couldn't hear you. And then it kind of faded in. Now you'll just have to watch back, see. You have to watch back, see what you did.
These settings that I have here, and then if I put settings on the Streamyard where you take out the echo or any of the cancellation of background noise, it'll make like if you're playing background music, it'll sound horrible, it'll sound garbly and yucky. And so maybe it took over the exhaust as being the main speaker and me in the background, and cutting me out. So
that's a thought.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things to know and learn about running a live. And if you want things to sound and look good, you got to know what you're doing. That's why I'm on here experimenting sometimes, and I appreciate y'all being guinea pigs at times. But
I will
hopefully,
probably
I'll learn something to help y'all out one day if you need it, you have issues, possibly.
right. I still do all mine through YouTube Live. I'm thinking I might do a live in 2 weeks. I might.
Yeah,
I'm thinking
that's
about it, but I don't know for sure. I will give you a piece of advice. I don't know you're that brand of microphone y'all got, but that wireless microphone. The last time I had a wireless microphone and I was using it, I walked into a gas station with it, and whatever radio frequency they had in the gas station fried that wireless microphone. It completely fried it. It wouldn't work nothing.
yeah.
So that's something to think about. If you got that thing on, you're going in a gas station, you might
Yep.
want to reach there and cut it off.
I had to do an odd thing or two once in a while, and I was just using it on my phone. I don't know, but you are right. It picks up different. Heck, my guitar amp back here, sometimes I'll hear people talking that I know is about 30 miles away, because I know where they tell their location, and I can hear them on a ham radio or whatever, and my guitar
back,
amp fire
back,
pick them up.
back when cell phones was first coming out, and people still had CBs. I used to have a CB that had such a strong signal that when people pulled up next to me and they was talking on a cell phone, I could hear everything through my CB radio from their cell phone. That's how strong a signal that thing used to have. I kind of miss it. Sometimes I wish I still had CB.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I work all week. I'm actually covering for the boss tomorrow because he's got to take off so he can go watch football. But yeah,
Well,
I think I dropped a video today.
you're celebrating Labor Day by laboring.
It has.
I'm proud of you.
It has been a day. I have to do a whole lot of extra praying and a lot of little extra riding. Today I had to take an extra ride so I wouldn't blow my top. He asked me why I wanted to be off, and I told him, I mean, I know it ain't gonna help a paycheck, but some things are more important than money to me anyway. But he asked me why I was gonna take off 6 days at the end of the month. I said, mental health. He said, what kind of mental health? I said, for mine. And I walked away. I'm tired, man. I've worked over. I can't believe I've been over 7 months, and I've worked every single weekend.
Yeah, I know. You've been like working forever.
I've been over for 7 months, and I've worked every single dogging weekend. So he can take off and do whatever he wants to do. But I ain't getting into it. I don't talk about it on my channel. I really don't. I try not to. I think I may have mentioned it a little bit on my videos. If something's on my mind, I just let it run out. That's the reason I say I'm not corporate material, because too dang opinionated, and I'm not one that I don't put no sugar on my salt to make it sweeter. I won't do it. But I thought about going live here in 2 weeks. I ain't been live on my channel, and I think Brown Chicken has ever did live with, or you, one to other of you. And but I've been thinking about doing a live on there. I made a short. I dropped a short. I think I dropped 2 shorts today in a video. I think. Shameless self-promotion there.
Yeah, well, every once in a while, every week or 2 weeks, get on there and do some sort of, wrap up of the week or 2 weeks, whatever, and what's been going on. And, I'm always interested in, like I say, hearing from you. So
I don't get off usually in the evenings unless they've been sending me home a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And, not to make excuses or nothing, but when I get home, last thing on my mind, man, I got so much stuff.
Yeah.
I live alone, of course. I got so much stuff to do when I get home. I got chores to do. I got this to do, that to do. I got to run after Mama, see what all that's got to do.
Yeah.
Mama brought her car down here the other day. She said, it's driving a little funny. I don't know what's going on with it. I said, well, let me go see what you did. So
check that out.
So I went over there and checked on her, airing her tires. She put 52 pounds of air in the dang rear tire. I said, she nearly blowed it out.
Yeah.
I choose to go up there and help her first one thing another. And I've been trying to get her on video, but I can't never get her on.
Mama Hooligan, man, that'd be an awesome little series, a Sunday visit, or I don't know. I'm always thinking of different creative things to do, or little.
she's like a groundhog. You get a glimpse of her every now and then.
Yeah.
She really don't like that.
And how old is Mama Hooligan, if you don't mind?
She's 70.
70, yeah. And then you like when we see old Mac out riding around all the time, involves himself making tons of videos, tons of content, doing lives, adventuring out.
Mr.
That
Greg
blows
Crowd.
my mind. You don't know how much I realize, how much I don't know what you call it, admire or whatever, what he does in his
Fire.
life, because he's got ambition, he's got humor, sharp. Not that he should have any less at 84, but
Right.
we just don't have a lot of people we get to talk with and see their lives at that age, you know.
Well, it's what we should aspire to. Yeah, I would
That's what
hope
I'm
that I'm still
saying.
getting. There's a guy that's around here that still rides his Harley everywhere, and I've been trying to find. He may have passed on since then, but I used to see him riding around, and he's got he said he's got an illegal motor on it. He said ain't none of the parts straight legal on there, and he's 98 years old. Looks like the little guy from Up. I've been trying to get him on. Been trying to get him. I ain't seen him around in a couple of weeks. Been trying to get him on video. He'd be something to talk to. I mean, he's an old school biker for sure. He wears the leather helmet. He's got the goggles on. Little bitty fella, the box bigger than he is. 98 years old, still rides around there and everything. When I think about stuff like that, and then I hear people that's in their 50s go, well, I'm just too old to do anything. I just go home, sit down. I was like, hey. I don't buy into that. I do get tired and I get worn out, but man, I still go out and ride and stuff. I'm not, like I said in the last video, I'm not satisfied with just going home sitting in front of the TV. That just bothers me. Working there, and my uncle was talking to me last night, and he put some done guys. I wish I could get him on video. He's done some good things to give you stuff to talk about. He was talking about when he graduated in 1980. He said, "Well, if you think about that," and then he was talking about me. He said, "Well, he said you graduated in '95, right?" He said, "Well, 30 years behind that was 1965. People was going off to Vietnam and all that stuff started." So he said, "You think about that in the span of 30 years, how much stuff has changed." He said, "Now you've been out of school going on 29 years, and just think about what's happened in there." And me and him, we always have this good conversation on stuff like that. But he don't live around here anymore. And when he does get a chance to call, I'll talk to him. I'd like to go out there and visit him. He lives in El Paso. He's right on the border. He said, you take one turn down the street, you're back in Mexico, you're back in Texas. I mean, he's right there on the border where he moved. He moved from Alabama out there with his daughter. And he's always been more of a daddy to me than anybody. He ain't but 13 years older than me. He's just now turned 60.
Yeah. I don't know. I always grew up being connected with older people, and I don't know if it matters where you were raised or how you were raised. I know, and that doesn't make what I was being raised at any better than anybody else. So when I say this, it's not talking about somebody else, but I like to be real respectful and to listen to your elders. And my grandpa always threw out, he was like a real friend. That was the one I was talking about, who wore the overalls like these and the striped like railroad stuff. So I bought some of those just to kind of bring that little feel back, because he's passed on long ago, somewhere in the 80s. Yeah, so I do that to kind of, it's an honor thing, and it makes me feel a little closer, and doing the things he did when he was older, and loved listening to stories and wisdoms and certain things. So like, I don't know, that's just how it has always been for me.
That's the way we was brought up,
Yeah.
Respected the older generation, and we were also taught when grown people were talking. I don't know if you've done this. When we was brought up, if the older people was talking, they grown folks talking, kids kept their mouth shut. You didn't speak less spoken to. And I always I always sit around the older folks and listen to them, because you learn stuff. And there's a lot of things that Mac talks about in his videos that I remember from me growing up, because I grew up with my grandmother and everything, stuff she taught me, stuff we did. It's pretty similar to stuff that he was talking about. Of course, it's different times in history, but still. I'm the same way with you, man. I always end up talking to older people. That's the reason you know I call you by your first name, but everybody says, why do you call him Mr. Gregory? I said, well, that's just the way I was raised. And you always called a woman, a married woman, you always said ma'am.
Yeah.
That's just the way it was always brought up down here. You never called a married woman by her name and said ma'am. And don't matter if she's the same age as you or not. And we always called that people as older than us would say Mr. You know, call
Yeah.
sir, yes sir, no sir. That's
Yeah. Your level of that type of stuff is even like if we was comparing well above mine. I got used to calling Ray from the beginning, you know, and I just because you do it a lot and a few other people call him Mr. Gregory, and I hear him. Well, I've caught myself saying that, you know, off and on. It kind of catches on. It sounds good, and it is. It's nice. It's a, you know, he probably don't care, but it's just stuff you learn and you do, and
yeah, it's just the way you was brought up.
and
Well,
respect, you know,
yeah,
that
I
you
work with
care.
I work with a bunch of kids now, and you can just tell there's a whole generation gap. Like,
Yeah.
it's just-
Mr. B's got it right out there. Mr. B, just straight up, Mr. B. We don't even have to worry about saying any other name. Huh? I see
yeah,
somebody.
it took me a minute to see that he's got
B.
a new channel on there because it
Mr.
used
B
to have
is-
a longer title on it. B's and
Yeah.
T's, what it used to be on there, I think.
Well, I got something that's like I just found out, and I'm trying not to say too much, you know, that was, I don't think it's private, but he's very close to me, put it that way, and I didn't know. He's probably somebody I might, if he's up for it, I can go ride and visit him. He's that tangible anyway, which is, I had no idea. And because of YouTube and these kinds of things, and supporting each other, you find those things out.
I believe he's in the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, my uncle, before he moved back to Alabama about 7 years ago, he was living up in Virginia.
Yeah. Link is on my homepage in the community, but I will try to send it to you as well. Dave's channel will hop on hopefully for a bit. Let's see.
I've been hoping that the mail will get to Dave. They haven't sent me an update on it in a while, in a couple of weeks. I bet it's still morning over there. It's probably Tuesday morning, Tuesday night, sometime.
Yeah, what time would that be? So real early.
He's 12 hours ahead, I believe. Sick.
Yep. So it's real early, whatever it is over there.
It's still cock-a-doodle-doo time over there.
All right, Dave. I sent one to your email, so you have one in your email. Whatever's easiest for you to get at.
I hope he's doing good. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
Yeah. Well, he was on one of. Wasn't he on with us the other night, or were you not on when he was on with us? I don't remember. He might have been on in the morning, yesterday morning. I don't remember.
I'm getting to the point now, if it gets too late at night, gets past 9 o'clock, I can't stay up late anymore.
Good for you. You shouldn't. Yeah, it wears you out, and you get tired at work, and that makes you grumpy, and here we go.
I can't. There's Dave.
Cockle doodle.
Thank you, mate. Good to see you.
Good morning, boys.
Yeah, it's morning. You even had coffee yet?
Just finished.
Huh? Yeah.
You know, I'm wide awake. I haven't combed my hair or my face.
Good to see your mug this morning. How's that? I'm glad you're here.
I was just about to say, oh my God, morning dose of hooligans language. It's just trying to get my head around that accent.
Yeah.
I know he just talks the.
Riding on Ruby saying hi to you, Dave.
Yeah, I don't.
said
I only speak Sand Mountain. I don't speak English. No, I don't speak American. I only speak Sand Mountain. So yeah.
Hey, glad I connected with Tony. I was a little bit concerned at his last little short, but he just said, "Nah, don't worry about it. I was just drunk. Got to be careful a little bit when we get on drunk." But there he is. Hey, look at him all slick back. Hey, look at that sick bastard.
Y'all fresh like flowers over there, Sick.
Yeah, I got all cleaned up.
Hey, I'm going to see if I can change the format in the middle of this thing. We probably look like little thumbnails to anybody watching on the phone.
Yeah, we
Not
look
like they wanna
tiny,
see us
huh?
anyway, but
Yeah.
do you think I can do that while we're
Your
gonna try
personalities are big, so it doesn't matter.
we're
I have no
experimenting?
idea.
That's cool.
I've been
Yeah,
experimenting. all day.
I never invited anybody because and I never knew how, so I never did it. You know, Moto. Like it was like something I just never did. You know, so that's why I gotta figure that out.
That's no problem, man. I've
Yeah,
often wondered why you never had. I was like, well, that's just fine. You do great on your own and doing how you do it, and we all chat with you. It's not a big deal. It just
Yeah, but I
was
run out of shit
curious.
today, man. I'm sitting there like it's like dead silence. You hear crickets in the background. You're like,
Sure. That make me a little self-conscious sometimes. Like when I get on a live and it's 30 seconds beyond the time I opened up and nobody's in the chat yet, I'm going,
so where are they?
what have I done?
yeah. I'll start talking to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm sitting here talking to myself. This is great. This is outstanding. This
It's
is gonna
like
be a
being,
lot of fun. I do this
like
at
being
home
on
on my own without being on TV.
yeah. It's like being on the FM radio. Don't be pumping dead air.
Exactly.
Don't let a lull in the conversation. Keep something going. Do a little song, a little
Yeah.
dance, something other.
I shared everybody's link, I think. So everyone should be good. I don't know if anybody new comes in. I'm not going to be able to share it unless I go on to YouTube.
That's great practice too, Sick, to be doing that all the time. And that's kind of what us moderators can do for each other. When that gives me more time, when I'm on trying to switch screens and do spotlights and throw up, these chats like that. It's kind of helpful.
You still trying to wake up down there, ain't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah. No, what I'm doing is I've turned the sound down so I can see all the live chat because I've got all these hellos and I'm not wanting to be rude.
Yeah.
And so I can see them now. If I get onto your Streamyard but turn the mute the video on YouTube, then I don't get the delay. So it's not confusing for anybody.
Yeah.
Because that delay is a bit of a pain in the. Hey, just to pick up on something that you just said, which I totally agree with, respect for our elders.
Yeah, man.
I have no problem at all calling Mr. Gregory Mr. Gregory. There's a term of endearment, a show of respect. The guy's got a few more years on than me, and that's to be commended, And Charlene's here as well. What a great support from the Philippines. Pretty too. Boy, can she cook.
We're all gonna want that same gratitude too, and not like he's that old, but when you get to that age where you're not as funky and sharp and whatever,
I'm not sure this new generation is raised the same way we was.
Well,
of course not. Sick. And Hooligan, they're not raised at all. They're just
we pray for them, and the seeds have been planted in us, so we just do our job, that we can do the best and live the way.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
Hey, look, isn't that good that
most of it's an example, some of it's some horse doo-doo, but
a big shout out to Mr. American Outlaw. He's just recently joined us, and
Yeah.
do you have number 2 out today, American Outlaw? I don't know if he's still on. He might have left.
I think he's just on. He was
just joined us.
He seems to have a good spirit about him, and
he does. He does.
He's right in there with.
It won't be long before he joins us on these chats either. It is a bit daunting getting on. We're a bit self-conscious at first, but
Yep.
It's all good. I make sure the kids know, yes, that's true. Good on you, American Outlaw. Make sure they say yes, sir, no, ma'am, open doors. There's nothing better than opening a door for a lady, mate. It's even if they don't dig it, but I feel
right. You never walk in front of a woman. If a woman's coming up, you always take and hold the door open for her.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
You always walk on the street side of the woman.
Just what I was saying next. That was something I was taught too.
Yeah, you always walk on the street side. to make sure that you can push them out of the way if a car comes off the street or something.
That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
another one of those just plain sign of respect. You
Yeah.
know, respect your ladies and whoever's with you, because they're the givers of life, so to speak. I know we play a part in it, but we don't do the
Hey, we
You
only
don't
took
do the
two-
dirt street.
some labor, a short amount of labor.
we only took 2 minutes. They had the rest, they had 9 months. We only took 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Mind you, I think if we were all absolute horrors of men, we wouldn't be single.
Yeah, well, dang it, we all single here. Hey, what we're gonna do? Start running
Thank
up.
you for that reminder.
We're gonna start
Well,
running up our own date
Listen,
site.
let's
bikers
change the
only.
subject. Let's change the subject.
Yeah, fucking knows.
How's the weather
What?
over there?
I can't hear you, Dave. You're breaking up.
Didn't they used to have that farmers only? We're going to start a bikersonly.com.
Yeah.
Start our own date site.
On that note, I'm gonna go make a coffee.
Yeah, good man.
I
I
need,
might make one too.
I need to put me some beard oil in. My beard's itching up a storm.
Where's Leia?
Just a bit of soap and water, mate. You'll be right.
Yeah. We got Charlene on here too. She's from around the other side of the world there too.
Yeah.
Too,
She's great support.
I've been trying to figure out how big Australia is because I've been keeping track with the mail. I know it's a country, but I know they don't have y'all don't have states and stuff over there. But I've been trying to figure it out. It's I'm hoping the package
Customs.
gets to you, man.
So do I. I mean, I need to do another mail call and a good one. No, 6-1 was good. That was a classic. With
right.
listening to the guitar song as well. It's pretty cool. Yeah, just rocking out on the guitar.
I like when you play the guitar and do the singing on it.
absolutely, Dave.
It's a pleasure to do. I'm going to dig up a few other old songs that I haven't performed in a while, and I was thinking about that. What you were saying the other day about performing. I remember one day I was performing at a folk club, and my guitar was so out of tune and I couldn't tune it. So I just ended up putting the guitar down and I sung the song a cappella. And I got a rousing, which means, no music accompaniment. I got a round of applause and fucking I was happy as, But then, there was a few times we got because where I was staying then was a university town. So there were a lot of people who were very supportive of our music. It was a bit weird, but, a bit Pink Floyd-y, a bit space rocky-ish, but people clapped and danced. And I mean, when that happens and you're performing music and you've got people dancing to your music while you're playing it, it's better than drugs, man.
That's an awesome connection when somebody digs what you're putting in.
Oh, fuck. It's the ultimate of gratitude when someone's dancing. If no one's dancing to your music and you're really rocking out, well, you're doing something wrong.
Well,
Right.
Dave, I'm just going to interrupt you quick. Make sure you saw what Ruby had wrote. That he's gonna be mailing you some stuff. He said so. Something you'd be looking out for. But anyway, carry on.
You guys, thank you. I've got to be doing a little bit as well, what do you always want from Australia? A little.
Oh my God.
No.
I-
Let me surprise you.
Yeah, surprise.
Let me surprise you.
It's not
'Cause I love the
necessary though.
Ruffles. It
Let me
is
just say-
sick.
let me
It
just
is
say that
solid.
It's not necessary though. You don't have to. It's not necessary, but I appreciate it.
Oh man, it's a great community we've got here, Hooligan. And it means the world to me.
I sent you that news story the other day. We got they don't know how it got over here. We got a wild kangaroo on the loose down here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, the wild kangaroo. It would have been someone's pet.
Who knows how it got down here? It's just running around wild, running up down the road. I've been trying because it's right here close to the house. I've been trying to get him on video.
Just call him Skip. Here, Skip. Get that gum leaf and. Did you ever watch the show Skippy, the bush kangaroo?
Hey, I need a mascot on my channel.
So Outlaw was saying when we was asking earlier how big Australia was, it's pretty similar to the size of the United States. Is that true, Dave? You think?
Might be a bit smaller.
Bit smaller,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think the States is a big landmass, and well, okay.
Yeah, but
So
the states isn't all of North America. Don't forget, the states are just the states.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's similar in size.
yeah, it's similar.
Maybe
in
not
size.
exactly,
Mm.
but
We're
I
going
know
to
think
brush
it's
up on our
similar.
geography.
I'm big on geography.
4,500
I like
k's
geography.
across.
I've been keeping up with it because I've been tracking the mail, and the last thing I got out of it said it was in Sydney, flying out of
Sydney.
Sydney.
Yeah. So it'll come to Perth, get sorted, and then I was surprised it might even come today. But you'll be the first to know. Don't you worry with those, because my gloves are wrecked.
I hope you dig them, man.
Uh,
I like the ones I got, so I got you
Mm.
some just like the ones I wear.
yeah, I dig them. I dig
Mama's-
anything, mate.
Mama says I got a glove problem. She says I got too many motorcycle gloves.
Yeah,
Well,
watching the fighting crows out the front.
I
Yeah,
like
everyone's waking up here.
Did you know they said that crows recognize you if you're nice to them or if you're mean to them?
Yeah.
They remember
yeah.
that.
But they steal our chicken eggs, so I've got to be mean to them.
They're
Yeah.
smart. They're not
Oh,
stupid
fucking
birds.
oath.
They're very smart.
You have to hang you up some pie pans out there to keep. They don't like going around nothing shiny.
Yeah, okay. Like CD discs and things like that. We've got a heap of old CD discs that are scratched and shit.
That's what we used to do when we had a garden. We'd hang some shiny stuff up out there, and they didn't like going near it.
Okay, so we've got
T-Bone
T-Bones,
goes live in 30 minutes. Goes
30
on
minutes.
premieres.
I'll be there for that one. Because that might be his last one for a while.
Is that where they're from, American Outlaw? I remember watching the Wiggles on
Oh yeah, they're Australian as.
morning TV. Yeah, that could you imagine being a Wiggle or having to be one and try and do that act? That would be humbling.
I'd have to be on a lot of stuff.
I think mostly they're educated in early childhood. Those
Right.
guys. Yeah, so the music that they do and the funny things that they do is it's a bit like a gimmick, but the whole idea was early education. So I think they're either a teaching background or
Yeah.
they're all smart as guys, and they found a niche that they don't have to worry about performing to disinterested crowds. But
Right.
every kid under 5 loves them, and shoot the red car. It's just simple. Eye coordination, hand, eye. I think it's based in education, and they they're as rich as they're rolling in it. But a couple of them have died now, and they keep changing the lineup. I think I don't really follow them. I don't have young'uns that need education, but that was the basis of why they started to educate and have fun. Good on them, smart. I mean, what an audience!
That's a worthy cause, huh? Noble.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Jeez.
Yeah. Ain't the band Rose Tattoo? Ain't they from Australia too? The one that sings Rock and Roll Outlaw. I think that's an Australian band.
They are mighty.
Dropkick Murphys?
No, it's
That's Irish.
It's a band.
That's
It's a
Irish.
band called Rose Tattoo
Mhm.
from. I believe they're Australian. They got a song called Rock and Roll Outlaw.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Bad Boy for Love.
Yeah, they got some good songs. I haven't
So
heard.
his name's Angry Anderson, and he's a bald. He was also in Mad Max and Mad Max 3. That's Angry Anderson. I saw them live when Guns N' Roses came out to Australia, and I hated Guns N' Roses and loved Rose Tattoo.
Rose
Nice.
Tattoo, they're pretty awesome.
Rose-
If you ever heard them.
Oh man, Rose Tattoo, great band. AC/DC too, of course.
Yeah, you can listen to them and the Bon Scott's AC/DC, man. They're just good.
It's good stuff.
Dave, you'll never believe what just popped up.
What?
Listen. Hold on.
Don't put too much music on.
You'll get a copyright strike and you'll get knocked down.
I'm moving to Australia.
I'm moving to Australia.
We need to, I want to go over there, man. It looks like an interesting place. I'd like to go check it out.
So,
I
Find
never
out, Benny.
in years thought that was going to come out of Bobby's mouth on a bootleg. I was like, what is that? I was like, that is 7878 at Red Rocks. He said that. I was like, okay.
so if that's a
I was-
bootleg, you shouldn't get any you
It's
shouldn't
not
get any
a bootleg.
copyright
It's-
strike.
I mean, it was published. All their lines published and copyrighted, but like they don't care. That's why. That's pretty much why all my strikes are like green strikes, not red strikes. You know.
What's going on?
T-Bone's going both ways because he likes them both.
Right.
AC and DC.
You got to have both. Favorite AC song is of all time. I hope they played it at my funeral. Is Right On. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, it's a good song.
And I love that song. I turn it up all the time at work. These kids all over here listening to all these Backstreet Boys and stuff, and I'm over there listening to all this old heavy metal and AC/DC. They look at me like they don't get it. I said, well, you work around me, you fixing to learn this music because I ain't listening to stuff you listening to.
I like Walk All Over You. That's an old song too. That's a great AC/DC song.
One I was listening to this morning was I think it was Bon Scott's when he touched too much.
Yeah, that's Bond.
Yeah, touched too much. That come on this morning.
It's a great song.
I listen to everything. If it's good, I listen to it.
Yeah, I've got one for you. Hooligan. The band's called Hookfoot.
Okay.
Hookfoot.
Hookfoot.
Yeah, that's it. Have a look at that. You might dig them. What they are is they're an English group doing Southern American rock.
I said I'll check that out.
That must sound weird.
Nah,
That must sound awesome, though. I must say. You know, I love when they do like mashes. Like they'll mash like Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, and they'll mash like Eddie Vedder was doing it. So it's like Pearl Jam mashed with Pink Floyd. You know,
yeah, mad.
like like something like that, or Metallica mashed with like the Dead. You know, like smashed together in some kind of crazy song. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, here's you something now. The Van Zants that's of Leonard Skinner, they're doing their first gospel record.
There you go.
Well,
They
Praise
got
to Jesus.
I put one of their new gospel song on one of the shorts I did with the train, which people apparently don't like watching trains anymore. But anyway, I ain't in here trying to be no celebrity anyway.
Oh, you are a celebrity. Hooligan. You're our celebrity.
Thank you. Y'all too kind. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get over to Australia. I'd like to go over there. But it's winter over there now, ain't it? I
Spring now.
Hippie Trev say it was winter over there. He's been driving the boat.
Finished. Yeah, he's back now, I think.
Yeah, he made it back this
Pretty
morning.
sure. Yeah, he's back. I've got one more to catch up.
All I'm gonna say is a blonde, all in pink with a mini skirt, just rode by on a bicycle, and
What are you doing sitting there then, son? Go after her.
You're supposed to be
I
motivlogging.
jumped up. She was gone. I jumped up. I went to the window and I just watched her. She drove. I was like, oh my God, Jesus, man, Joseph.
Take off after her, son. You'll catch her before she gets around to the end of the road.
Yeah, right.
I would. I was like, I like y'all and all, but she's better looking. I'm gone. That's all.
She'll be calling 911. I'll be like,
Yeah.
I'm arrested.
It's not that bad to be pepper sprayed. Hey, it's not that bad to be pepper sprayed.
Number.
It's not that bad.
This old man chasing me down the road.
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
Hey, I have been tased by a woman. I have been pepper sprayed by a woman. And I've been stabbed. So yeah, I mean, I'm still here.
I don't know what that. July was a boomer month for Motorbomb. You ever watch your what do they call it?
Analytics.
Yeah, when they give you the weekly update of what your channel's doing. That's too bright, ain't it? You can't see nothing.
Yeah, it's all washed out.
Yeah.
I don't pay
It's
attention.
hard to find on a phone for that stuff for me. I just do it on the computer.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to my analytics. I know I don't pay attention to it really, but for some reason the other day the shorts have really fell off. They went from 400 views down to 8.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't know what happened there, but okay. I like
they're hit and miss, you know. They're hit and miss, mate.
You can't never tell what somebody's gonna watch, somebody ain't gonna watch. I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a video of a bike review on my phone, just a little short, got over 2,000 views. It was a
American Outlaw says, I want Spirit in the Sky played at my funeral, then play Prop Me Up beside
Joe Diffie. I know that Spirit in the Sky. That's Norm.
Yeah.
I want an asshole played at mine. I'm an asshole by what's his name? By what's that dude?
Oh, was it?
He was in that fire department show.
Is it Beck?
Blonde hair. Dennis something. Dennis Leary. Thank you.
I'll get it.
I'm an asshole. I'm an asshole.
I'm an asshole. That's a great song, man.
That Spirit in the Sky, man, that's got a cool guitar riff when that thing opens up. You can hear the distortion. I love it. That song's old, man. It's been around for a while.
Pop goes the weasel.
Up goes the weasel. That'd be pretty funny if that actually happened at your funeral.
Well, since we got on this subject, I can tell y'all something. You know how the term dead ringer come about?
Go.
They used to hang a bell and they would tie a rope around the guy's hand, and when they buried, they put the bell up there and on above the hole. And because apparently they was burying people still alive, and if you were still alive before they got you covered up, you could ring the bell and let them know, hey, you're still alive, and that's how the term dead ringer got started.
Well, there you go. You're a wiggle, educating us.
Things I know that I know useless information.
Yeah, but you'd be great at a trivia night.
Yeah,
I'd have you on my table.
That's good.
7:30 is T-Bones.
Yeah, we're going to have to jump off here in a minute.
I was just going to say, like around 7:20, 25, we'll cut it down and go support T-Bone if you don't mind. And if you decide y'all want to hang out some more, somebody give me a couple shouts. You want to get back on, we'll get back on.
No worries, Tony.
No big deal, whatever. But it was really, nonetheless, if I don't get to see y'all again, it was great. Now, this format that we're using, the short style, it's kind of cool, I guess, for a small group that we got. Maybe for people on phones, it's better. I don't know, but if anybody has suggestions.
Very small. It's so small, dude. I like the other way better. To be honest.
Yeah, I can't even.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm like, what? Yeah. I'm blind to begin with. I'm like, geez.
plan on, but maybe having like you or a hooligan, people I talk to a lot, you know, beyond while I was on the live, I was thinking maybe I could hear you in the garage and you could give me like audible feedback on how it was doing with the 2-camera thing. And, you know, it helped me a little bit. And it was just going to be out in the garage a little bit doing that thing. And you know how it turns into your friends get on or people that, you know, and next thing you know, we're doing this, which is awesome.
So is this on the phone or what is this on?
No, this is on my PC right now. I had the phone out in the garage, and this is, I'm all plugged back into my PC. But
the other one is a lot bigger.
If you can go live with a GoPro.
Yeah. This is just how I format it. It gives you options to do a vertical or a horizontal. And when we come back on, if we do, we'll do the horizontal.
If you go live with the GoPro and then you call us on the phone, we might talk to you that way. It's the only way I know to do it.
I think
phone a friend. I got in trouble. I need some help with this thing. I don't know if I know how to fix it, but I'll figure it out.
Thanks, American Outlaw.
When I go on the GoPro, the only thing is I don't get an option to use Streamyard. I don't have to use Streamyard, but if I want to do things like what we do here, what Streamyard gives you, it's nice for, you know, all these pop-ups, and we can read messages amplified and etc. You can't do that on the GoPro. You're using strictly YouTube's streaming services and whatever, and that's fine. That would work out just fine. I don't need a bunch if I'm actually going to go out there and work and not socialize. But what's the sense in having a live if you're not going to talk to some people?
Right. I think your bulb's probably burned out on there. That's what I would do. It'd be cheaper than getting anything else.
Yeah, I looked at it and it looks perfect. Would it not be like your house light bulbs when you see this thing dingling around and like it's disconnected? Because it's connected and it's.
Do you not have a voltmeter?
Yeah, I don't know how to use it.
Well, check, see if you're getting current down there to it.
To see hook it up on each end and it'll give you some sort of reading. I wouldn't know what set. They got so many dials and.
It's been a minute since I did it, but I know if you're getting current, you should at least have 12 volts running through it.
Yeah.
I think it's 12 volts.
And cut up. We got about 5 minutes, just so you all know. I'm just trying to go through a few of these comments and shut up. We can go do some talking there.
Was good here, y'all.
Hooligan and Dave.
I think I shared everybody's link at least once.
Yeah. Did you see how I pinned links? I was new to that like about a week or two ago. When you're when you enter your own live on YouTube, you get the option when you go to somebody's chat, the 3 little dots that are there, and it says pin their message. So if you want to pin your own link that you just posted, then it stays at the top. You see that at the top? It says Motorbomb Virginia, but I think it's got American Outlaws link. And that helps everybody go to that knowing, hey, that's one that's a fresh one, needs some more, you know, a few more of us friends connected to them so we can hang out with them more and do stuff, whatever.
Right. I don't know how to do the links. There's 2 channels I've been trying to share out, but I know it said I copied the link, but it never showed me what I did after that.
Well, one of these days, we'll do just a live together, or, you know, that recorded one like we used to do when you just do a basic face chat, and I can use the screen shares and actually show you that process, and you can watch it and know if it's something you want to do or not do. And
sounds interesting.
Man. Anybody
I'm gonna
do that with me and teach me something, or I'll help you. You let me know.
Let's grab a coffee before T-Bone. I'll see us all in the chat.
All right.
Okay.
Later, man.
Dave, thanks for joining, man. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.
All right. Now we can go.
Yep. Send me a link in the chat, Stinky. And yes, let's see. I don't have I'll get to you in just a minute. Y'all want to hang and go? I'm just going to do a couple things here before I get off. So
I'm going to go over and jump on T-Bones.
Yeah, do your thing, man. Don't hang out on my account.
Later, y'all.
Later, man. Where's Stinky at? There we are. I'm going to add you up here. There we go.
There you got a wrench, Stinky, so you can get links or post your own link, okay? And come join the chat again next time. Sick, you're going to go over and do, I know you're going to go do T-Bone too, aren't you?
Yeah.
You want to send a link?
I put T-Bone's link up.
Get T-Bone's link for his premiere.
Channel. For his channel.
Okay, well, you can do it for his premiere as well.
Can I?
Yes, you go to that, click on the thing and ask to share, and then it'll tell you copy the link, and it'll copy it instead of sharing it to somewhere else. It's pretty easy. And then you can just paste it right here. Something quick you can practice. T-Bone. I'm going to get T-Bone. And that way that person can join the premiere with us who asked to join the premiere. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the T. Little off here.
Like that?
Do you got it already?
I think so. Did I do it?
I don't know. I'm busy trying to do it myself, and I haven't. Yeah, I haven't looked at what you've done. I'm just trying to be efficient. And if you got it, you got it.
I got it. I think I did.
Yeah, thank you, man. There, I got his page. And does he have a... There it is. I see notify me, and I'm going to have the link as well. Copy. Whew. It's a lot, man.
It's a lot. That's why I was so quiet. I kept on sharing everybody's thing, and I was being really quiet, and it was a lot.
Yeah, Stinky was wanting.
Like I kept on right as soon as I finished doing it, there was another person that came in, and
Yeah.
I had to share it again. Not again, but share there.
Stinky, are you there still? We sent the link. Hopefully you got it.
No.
I don't know if I'm subbed to you yet, Stinky. You can always drop your link. I know I'm able to go to your channel here. It's just getting short of time right now.
I subbed to Stinky.
Did you? Okay, so I can always get a link from you if I need eventually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for showing up. We're going to cut the live now, and
I'll see you over there, Moto.
Peace be with you. Bye-bye.